this is Lisa and this is Mums vs Mould, brought to you by Indoor Air Aware. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how wet your air is at home. So every day, before we wake up, when we're breathing throughout the night, through to getting into the shower, to then doing some cleaning later on, opening the dishwasher, we are generating steam all the time, and that is basically where hot air meets cold air and generates water vapour. So throughout the whole house we have what we call relative humidity. So this is a percentage. So when air is full at 100%, it can't hold anymore, and that's when it turns into water vapour. When it's at zero, it's completely dry and it can absorb 100% of the moisture in the air. So what we need to do is we need to keep our homes, and this is something that they don't teach us at school. My parents didn't teach me, because it's all about temperature, isn't it? It's all about, what the thermostat's at home. But we have to keep our homes at 30 to 55, maximum 60, in order to avoid mould and damp problems. So drying clothes at home is a big problem, because what happens there is that if you've not got enough heat in the room, if you've not got ventilation in the room that you're drying clothes in, all of that water is trying desperately to evaporate from your clothes, but it is just sitting in that room like a fog. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're reducing the amount of steam that we're making and sauna effect that we're making where we can, that we're using ventilation, and that every ventilation extraction fan is being used for the right amount of time before, after a shower, when we're cooking. We need to make sure that when we're drying clothes, we're doing it in the smallest room possible, so that the elements need to work as least as possible. We need to make sure the window's open. We need to make sure there's a bit of heat in there. If you can use a dehumidifier, you need to do that. But the key to avoiding mould and damp is making sure that your home is the right temperature, so around 18 to 21 degrees, and that your relative humidity is low, so as low as 30 to 55. Anything above that is problematic, and you've really got to work on it to avoid mould and damp.
This is a useful table because it shows you the humidity across the bottom and the temperature on the left hand side, and it shows you that the higher the humidity, the slower your washing will dry, which is obviously where mould and damp problems come in, because that humidity is hanging around. And the next slide also shows the same correlation. So over on the right hand side you've got mould and dust mites with high humidity. You've got to stick around that middle bit, which is the safest and healthiest place to be. And also really low humidity can cause viruses, respiratory irritation, and it can make eczema worse too.